Hi, my name is Peggy and I just want to tell you a little bit about what I went through trying to find help for my fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. It started in 1994. I was working at Huntington Hospital, and all of a sudden one day I realized I had a pain between my shoulder blades, just a little nagging pain. So, first trip to the ER, muscle relaxers, and it didn't help at all. I was just drugged up. And I tried different things, and a couple weeks later I realized I had the same pain behind my knee and my right leg, and changed shoes, got new insoles. Then I realized that it's in my left leg, and then I started realizing that my feet hurt and my arms hurt and my thighs. I was not sleeping. I was extremely tired after working all day in the lab at Cabell. I would come home thinking that I'm just going to bomb out, and I would lay down and I could not sleep. I had chronic insomnia, and the pain in my body kept me awake, which they later diagnosed as fibromyalgia and restless leg syndrome and told me that I had chronic fatigue. But it was just one doctor after another, starting in 1994. Went to 32 different doctors, went to 6 full spine chiropractors, could not find help. And this was really before anybody knew anything about fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. And everywhere I went, I met a dead end. I had no hope at all. Muscle relaxers, somas, every Lortabs. I was on so many Lortabs a day for the pain that I was not functioning. I was extremely depressed, and my life as I had known it had completely ceased to exist. But every single day I got up at 5:45 and I drugged myself into the laboratory at Huntington Hospital to work in misery every single day. And finally in September of 94, I couldn't do it anymore. I had to quit my job. I went off on short-term disability, which eventually led to long-term disability, which led to Social Security disability. And I was still going from doctor to doctor. I finally had a doctor diagnose me with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, and at that time tell me there's nothing we can do for it. Exercises, take these pain pills, take these other pills, do this, take this. I was on antidepressants. I was taking so many medicines a day that I had no idea if I was even coming or going. And I really did not even want to be here anymore. I was so miserable. I felt like that I couldn't be the wife that I needed to be to my husband, and I couldn't be the mom that I needed to be to my daughter, who at that time in her life really needed her mom. I finally had a friend that came to my husband and told me of an upper cervical chiropractor in Huntington, and I refused. I said, I've done everything, I've tried everything, it's not going to work either. But my husband insisted that I go, and so I did. And he did the x-rays, and he did the first adjustment, which is just a very slight adjustment to the side of my neck. So much better than everything that I had already been through previously in those 4 years of making my way to him. And several months later, after several adjustments, I started to see a change in me. I started to see that I was actually sleeping. The first thing that I noticed was that the pain was starting to let up from the fibromyalgia in my leg and in my shoulder blades. My life started to return. I started to feel happy again. I can honestly tell you, for those of you that have tried everything and nothing else has worked, upper cervical chiropractic care is the way to go for fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and I highly recommend it for anything. I recommend it just to live a normal life and to be happy and feel good. Those of you that haven't tried anything yet, I can tell you, don't even try the other things. They don't work. The medications, all they do is numb you from everyday life and make you really not even want to be here. I can tell you that I don't have fibromyalgia pain at all anywhere in my body, and I don't have chronic fatigue. I went back to work in 2000 on a trial work program through my disability. My husband and I now own a business. I work anywhere from 40 to 60 hours a week or more. I babysit my grandson. Life is wonderful. I highly recommend getting adjusted by an upper cervical chiropractor, and I can honestly tell you that Dr. Blanton is the only place that I would ever go for my chiropractic care, because he truly has given me back my life and made me the person that I once was.